is good. Hello, yoga friends. Welcome to Dragon Bunny Yoga Stories. I'm Leanne. And if you are looking for some yoga with a story, then you're in the right place. Come onto your yoga mats, take off your shoes and socks, get really comfortable, be who you are, because that's what yoga celebrates. You, exactly as you are. We're going to start standing today. So I invite you to find a spot, standing up super tall, pressing your feet into the floor. And you know what's interesting? We're already in a yoga pose. This is mountain pose. So we'll begin in our mountain pose. And you can just stand around and be like this, or you can be a mountain. I encourage you to be the best, strongest version of your mountain that you can be. Make it tall, feeling into your feet, growing up tall. Tuck your hips a little bit. Reach the crown of your precious head up to the sky. And we did it. Warming up, breathing in deeply. Breathing out completely. All right, little stretcher before we begin our story. Stretch over to one side and the other side. Let's add the breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Again, breathe in. Taking up space and breathe out. Excellent. Breathe both arms up together. Reach up to the sky as far and high as you can. Stretch. Stretch, stretch, two arms, breathe in, and slowly wiggle your fingers to come all the way down. All right, today's yoga story, I hope you're ready for it, is about a sloth named Silvio. So if you know anything about sloths, the best, most interesting fun fact about sloths is that they move so slowly. So Silvio was a slow-moving sloth. Breathe your sloth arms up. Get really soft. Yoga invites you to be soft. So right now you get to really practice your Silvio the sloth soft yoga. Breathe one leg up and be a one-legged sloth mountain. Hold it here. And release. Now be a soft sloth mountain, one leg on the other side. Hold it here, breathe in, and breathe out. And Silvio the sloth lived at the top, the tippy top of a tree, which is how sloths like to live. So I invite you now to come back into a balancing pose. Choose one leg, any leg, and lift the opposite leg up. And here you are in your tree pose. You're making yourself into a home for Silvio. Your arms can be branches. Now Silvio lived at the top of the tree, and I'm sure you can imagine how a sloth might climb a tree, not quickly like a monkey, but very slowly. So look down if you can while keeping your balance. This is your yoga challenge. Keep breathing, look down, and imagine Silvio the sloth slowly climbing to the tippity top of your tree. Breathe in here and release. Now in yoga, we tried on one side. It's best to give the other leg a turn as well. So I invite you to lift the other leg up. Find your balance. Stare at something in the room that's not moving. That's your drishti in yoga. And from here, wherever you are, focus, breathe, concentrate. Be a strong, beautiful tree. And imagine Silvio the sloth climbing you. Look down at your toes. Here's your challenge. And see if you can hold your balance while you imagine that sloth slowly climbing all the way to the top. And arms a little bit higher this time, maybe. Wiggle your fingers, breathe in, and come down. Excellent. So Silvio the sloth lived at the very tippy top of a tree and moved very slowly. We know this much. But the trouble with this sloth is that he started to feel badly because many of his friends in the forest moved differently. On down to our hands and knees. And I'm going to invite you now to come into a yoga pose that I'm going to call salamander. So one leg at a time, lift it up behind you. Now, one of Silvio's friends was Sally the salamander, and Sally the salamander liked to move very quickly. So we're going to do some mountain climbers here really fast. One leg at a time comes in. Just keep on doing this. Sally the salamander, breathing quickly, moving quickly, even into a jog. All over the place, had all the fun in the world. Lower down, whoop, lift it up, whoop, really strong. Lower down, whoop, and really quickly shoot up, and hop between your hands. That's how on down to your yoga mat. Put your legs in front. Breathe your breath and arms coming up and slow it down like Silvio. So Silvios like to move slowly, but they still played together every day, even though they moved at a different pace. Breathe it up. They found ways of working it out and breathe it down. But when it was time for school to start, Silvio was worried. One more time, breathe it up slowly, because all of the friends were going to go to school. Many of them would move very quickly, just like the salamander. Bring your feet together. In fact, they'd even seen, here into our butterfly wing pose, many of the butterflies flapping through the forest with really, really fast wings. Can you move your wings really, really fast? Keep breathing. And Silvio was starting to worry, maybe I'm not going to fit in at school because I move slowly. Maybe everyone's going to be just like Sally and move very quickly and like the butterfly. Well, it was finally time for the first day of school. Let's come back into our tree pose. Growing, growing, growing. Find your balance. Here we are. It's the first day of school. Silvio wakes up. Oh, big stretch, big yawn, and slowly makes his way down the tree. Whoop, 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 all the way down. Now, it was time to eat breakfast. What do you think sloths eat for breakfast? If you said grass, you were right. Take some grass and some leaves. Slow down and breathe. Now, by the time Silvio made his way down the tree and ate his breakfast, what do you think happened with the salamander, with Sally? Well, if you guessed that she'd already made it to school, you were right. Mountain climbers all the way to school. Doop, 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 doop. How about the butterfly? What do you think happened? Butterfly all the way to school. Everybody's at school. Everybody's having a great day. But unfortunately, Silvio wasn't quite ready yet. Come onto your back. Silvio got tired. Oh, it's time for my morning nap. Legs and arms up in the sky. Dreaming softly. Lazy body. Full body. So soft. I wonder if Silvio liked to do yoga, because we get to do this pose a lot in our yoga classes. Our corpse pose, our shavasana. Feels great. But what about school? Bring your knees to your chest. Roll yourself up slowly. And imagine that you made your way all the way to school. When Silvio got there, the students were already having recess. They'd already finished first period. Oh no! Do you think that Silvio was going to get in trouble? Come back onto your hands and knees. All the students were at their desks. This is your table pose. And the teacher saw Silvio and said, "Okay, Silvio, you can come to your spot. Make yourself comfortable. We're on page 422 of our textbook." So they opened up the book, and Silvio fell asleep right there on the pages of the book. Come into your child's pose. Silvio's body felt so soft. Can you be as soft as a sloth right here? Deep breath in and long breath out. Sleep in here. The bell rang. It was lunchtime. Oh no. All the kids went outside. One more time. Come back into your salamander pose. They went outside. They had fun. Jog it out, jog it out, jog it out. Hop between your hands. The butterflies were flapping. Everybody was having fun. What do you think Silvio was doing? Nothing. Just relaxing. happy and content, but just not in the mood to run around. Well, the teacher went over and spoke to Silvio and said, Silvio, what's happening? And Silvio's like, I'm a sloth. I just feel so sleepy and tired. And instead of getting angry, the teacher gave Silvio a hug. Take your arms now and give yourself a hug. And she said, everybody's different. Some creatures move slowly, one arm at a time, breathe it up. And some creatures move quickly. Just like some students in school for children might move slowly and some might move quickly. And this teacher was celebrating the sloth for being the slow creature that he was. So Silvio felt great in his body, taking his time, moving at his own pace, finding his own rhythm. The trouble was, he had a lot of homework that night because he had to catch up for the work he couldn't do in the morning, but it all worked out. Breathe both arms up together, big smile, look up at the sky, everything is right with the world. Deep breath out. And that is the end of that yoga story. I want to take a moment to thank you for spending your precious time with me on our yoga mats, breathing and moving our bodies, and being a sloth. We'll see you again soon for more yoga with a story.